So here's a really stupid thing. This was picked up at Target, might be an exclusive to them, might also be like a Costco thing, or any of those like wholesale places might also have these. I don't think that there's a term for them, but they're very bizarre boxes. Like this is big white space right here. It's actually like a sticker. What's under you? What are you trying to hide? Why are we hiding copyright? Oh, it does say Costco. Maybe that's the reason why it's covered up? Because this was at Target and not Costco? Oh no, I'm peeling off things I don't want to. Alright, so what are they hiding underneath that white sticker? They all say Costco first off, but it's Sweden, UK, New Zealand, Iceland, Australia, and Canada. No US on here. Feel like this wasn't originally designed to be here. Well, joke's on you, Iceland. I stole your box. Anyways, it's pretty evident why these kind of weird packages exist. I mean, this just has all 5 mini tins in it. And then it has 4 cards, not 5, which feels weird, but 4 cards that are like normal cards, like not even like Cosmos Hollows. They're just normal cards. Okay, I lied. They are Cosmos Hollows. I'm stupid. We have the Orthworm Cosmos, the Luxray Cosmos, which actually feels familiar as a Cosmos Hollow. We have the Cloth Cosmos, and finally we have the Gyarados Cosmos. So these are all promo, as in they're not actually promo cards, they just put a fancy holo effect on them. That's a normal thing to see. But this is clearly, to me, what we tend to see at a lot of those like Costco and Target and all of those like weird packages like that one where there's like not a whole lot of design to it. It feels very generic, like official but generic. It screams to me, we didn't have a good way to sell these. They weren't moving, we had to, an overstock of them, and we just need to get rid of them somehow. Because clearly they're not moving, right? And they have new sets to release, they have new product to move. The Pokemon Company understands that old product is not going to move the same way that new product does until it becomes like vintage. And they need to get the new stuff on the shelves. They can't have the shelves be taken up by old stuff. But they still have them and they have to go somewhere. So they throw some, and we have done these tins before. We're actually going to get all of the packs out this time. We've done, ooh, Sword and Shield Silver Tempest. We're going back. In some of these mini tin videos, I do like, oh, which one's better? I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to open some packs. This is not a regular mini tin video. But like, we understand, why they do that, right? Like, they need to move these things. I mean, I've seen it firsthand as someone who works in the arcade industry, where at one of our locations, we'll have like Pokemon stuff in, and it'll do pretty well. But when the set starts to get old, it stops moving. So people just don't want it, right? It's aged, it's old product. They want the new exciting stuff. And so they need to move it, so they just throw it in a generic box and they give you a bit of a deal on it, right? You're getting all 5 mini tins, you're getting some promo cards with it, and please take it off of our hands. But like, they're never, to my knowledge, ever really like released online or like announced and talked about. Like, they're just generic product to move old product. And I feel like we need a name for that. If there isn't already a name for it, right, for these generic products here. Like, do we just call them like overstock products? Like overstock boxes? Because I assume that they all come in boxes. I could be wrong. Like, I've seen like photos and videos where people will be like in like a Costco or one of those wholesalers, and they'll have like a box with like multiple Pokeball tins in it, like 5 or 6 Pokeball tins, which is just wild. I should clarify that these kind of products are kind of newer to me. I have never lived in an area with a Target nearby, but one opened. It's not super close, but it's there. It's doable now. Pommy, I love this little boy. But each of these had a Silver Tempest and a Scarlet and Violet pack in them. But like, there's nothing wrong with these products. I feel like one of the reasons that they make them like exclusive to certain stores and why they're not really like announced online or like on the Pokemon Center's website or something is because they don't want the majority of people to really have an inkling as to what they're doing. What happens when a new set releases? Like Silver Tempest, right? What happens when a Silver Tempest set releases? And everybody knows. Oh, well, I revealed the code card on that one. I forgot the Sword and Shield. You need to open it from the back facing you. Anyways, new set releases, but everybody knows that they're going to have overstock, or at least of not all sets. It doesn't happen with every set, but most of them, right? They're going to end up with overstock, and they're going to eventually bundle these things together, and you can get them at a much cheaper and better deal if you just wait a couple months, right? So people are going to just start doing that instead of buying it when it releases. Oh, I forgot about the energy. We have a Rainbow Serena card here. I can't tell you when it was the last time I saw one of these Rainbow Secret Rares. I kind of missed them. Not bad for our first pack, for a pack that's been sitting in a Pokemon warehouse for God knows how long before being thrown in a generic box and shipped off to Target. Very happy at our decision to get this box now. But I mean, that's my hypothesis on it anyways, is like, oh, we're not really going to be producing an insane amount of these. Like, it's not something that they really want to have in stock. So it's just going to be like, release it quietly, just at specific stores, so people don't go like crazy over it and yada yada. Because, if they had just released it normally, like on the Pokemon Center or whatever, people would start to pick up on this pattern and stop getting sets when they first release. At least collectors, for, actual, like, I keep doing that, for actual TCG players, that strategy doesn't really work out, because you kind of need to get the things. But we have our Curlia Torracat. Happy to get some Sword and Shield again. It's been a bit since I've done some Sword and Shield. Maybe I should be looking for more of these generic boxes more often. So clearly this box, these tins were clearly made. We have a Hollow Rapidash, because, they used to not be guaranteed and actually had some, value and hype behind them. Not much, but some. Way back in the day, there was a lot of hype behind them. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about them. I'm just happy that this box had some slightly older things in it. But yeah, these tins are clearly made around the release of Scarlet and Violet, seeing as that's the newest set that we have in here is the Scarlet and Violet base set. Mabosstiff, Merriam, Spiritomb. I do have that Merriam card, which I believe is the most expensive card in Scarlet and Violet, the alt art Merriam, if I'm even saying her name right. But I think that was this set where that card was a thing, the alt art. I don't know, I was excited to get it. Okay, back facing me. Oh, the inconsistencies, Pokemon Company. Just like, stop. Okay, I like how Scarlet and Violet does it. All right, you got one energy at the back, you got the code card, the pack faces you. I enjoy how they do it now. Just do that moving forward. No more changing it up with specific sets or specific, generations. Just have some consistency, follow through, so the whole code card spoiler thing stops happening and the pack trick stops changing up on us, and a Hollow Metagross. Neat. Back to Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, I guess I should probably try to keep an eye out once in a while just to see if I can find something that, perhaps even older product. It's unlikely. But, back to Sun and Moon or even X and Y, it's been a long time since I've done any of those. Maybe I should hunt down some XY packs to do a video on, some sort of XY product. When this channel first started, we were in the Sun and Moon era, but we were at the end. We were at the tail end of Sun and Moon, and obviously I did a decent amount of Sun and Moon as a result of that, but it also meant that I got XY once in a while. Again, tail end of Sun and Moon means you're not going to get a whole lot of XY, just like how we're at the tail end of Scarlet and Violet, we're not getting a whole lot of Sword and Shield. And so I was always excited whenever there was an X and Y pack in there. But I never really got to do that many. Although I'm sure trying to pick them up online is going to be expensive. We have the Radiant Jirachi, number 120 of 195. To my knowledge, this card isn't that valuable, but it's still exciting. I do already have one of them, at least one. But I love my Radiant cards. These are just neat, and getting the Jirachi as a Radiant as well is just the nice extra. 3 packs to go. So we have 2 Scarlet and Violet left, 1 Silver Tempest left. We're definitely flying through these ones a bit faster, but I mean, it's just mini tins, man. There's not much to them. And then we got 4 of those Cosmos Hollows, which I can assume came from, other blisters or something that they've done before. I doubt they're making unique cards for these boxes. I mean, maybe there's a chance, right? I'll probably would have put at the intro of the video if you are watching visually, not just listening in. If I found anything on them existing in other products, then I would have put some images of those products up, or at the very least some text on screen. Oh wait, this is Silver Tempest, so I needed to 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. I almost didn't do that. We have the Siglif, the Golbat, Meowstic, Baltoy, Sunkern, Clink, Petalil, whoops, threw our Litten out, Pharaoh Seed, and a Mawile V-Star. I mean, we're just doing good on these mini tins here today. Like we're eating good. We're eatering good. Got a rainbow rare, got a radiant. We're not doing too bad on these old repackaged items. God, what do they even say? I wanted to call it, yeah, overstock products. I think that's just like the correct term. I don't know if there is a pre-existing term for these generic products, but maybe there is, and somebody can let me know. But now it is time for the bonus card of the day, explanation right down there. As always, we will be playing Guess the Year. This card has no sleeve on it. It is slightly warped, nothing too bad. We have some whitening kind of going pretty thick across this side. Not terrible, but not ideal either. I'm gonna go like 2019. Well, I was 2 years off. We have the Passamin from, ironically, Sword and Shield, but this time being Chilling Reign, as a stamped card. Stamped card collector brain gets happy over this stuff, even though it's a pretty basic just Passamin. Like, yeah, he is a Pokemon, I suppose. But look in the background, we have our little Drizzle. You're going to grow up to be something actually worthwhile, because I don't think anyone really cares much for, you know, his middle evolution. The poor curse of the middle evolutions, man. There are some nice ones. For example, Dragonair, one of my favorite boys, and then he turns into this doughy dragon. Dragonair is so cool. Shiny Dragonair is also super cool. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that fun stuff. I guess we'll just shout out another mega corporation. I'll link a video on screen from these actual repacks, like not from the Pokemon Company, boxes that I picked up from Walmart's website, from a company that I'd never heard of before as well. It's not MJ Holding Company. And on the other side, I'm gonna have a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos if you feel like binging. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see all of you next time. Goodbye for now. So here's a really stupid thing.